Hi, Head Start teachers. This is Neil Anderson, the OVEC Technology Specialist. And I just wanted to record a quick video with some screen sharing here on some things to know about your Chromebook. So with your Chromebook, of course, you use your OVEC Google account to log in. And those of you that have been assigned your Chromebooks already, you know that you need that OVEC Google account, which uses your OVEC email address and a password that you would have set up before previously. And if you need that password reset, just shoot me an email and I can reset that fairly quickly. What we use as an initial password is capital OVEC 1234. So OVEC with a capital O and 1234. That's usually our initial password. And once you log in with that, you can set up your own. And if you need yours reset, that's what I'll reset it back to. And then you can assign your own once you're logged in. But with our Chromebook here, I've got our homepage pulled up, of course. And I just wanted to walk through some things. Down in this lower right corner right here, you will find the settings area for your Chromebook. Now that's different from the settings of your browser, which is up here on the right. Your settings for your browser would hold true if you're logged in, no matter what computer you're logged in to. Those are your browser settings. But for the Chromebook, the settings are right down here and with this little gear right here. So if we get into some settings, I'll walk you around a few things to be aware of. First, let's go to apps. So when we click apps, you can see that your Google Play Store is managed by OVEC, Administrator, which is me. If you need any apps added to your Chromebook that aren't already there, you just reach out to me and I will get it approved, and then we can push those out to you and I'll show you where to find them. In your Manage Your Apps, these are the apps that are already installed on your Chromebook. I'm logged in as myself, so I've got a few apps in here. And if you wanted any of these to be displayed down in your taskbar, you would just simply click those settings, and they call it a shelf on the bottom in Chromebook, and you could make sure the slider is slid over to, pin to shelf. And you can see that I have my calculator right down here. And if I were to slide that out, of course it disappears. If I click that back, it's automatically right there. So these are the apps that you have available without asking. They're all there. We don't use Gmail on the OVEC level, but if you have a Gmail account that you'd like to log into, you sure can. That's not a problem. So there's also the Google tools like Slides and Sheets and Docs. They're all there as well. Feel free to use those. Easy to share that way. But you can also use Microsoft, and we'll talk about that as well. So also in settings, you want to make yourself aware of things like the touchpad. So if we go to and we search touchpad, one of the things that you'll want to do for sure is make sure that your touchpad, the setting is enabled for enable reverse scrolling. And what that does is it allows two fingers on your touchpad to be able to scroll in the correct direction, so that when you're scrolling, it's a natural feel for you. It's more Microsoft feeling. If it's left by default without that, it's probably going to feel backwards to most of us. So just make sure that this in your touchpad area, that it is slid over to enable reverse scrolling. You can also slow your cursor down here, which I find is pretty, with the smaller screens that we have on our Chromebooks, having the cursor or the pointer move more slowly or more one-to-one with your finger touch, that's very helpful as well. So you might want to slow that down. Tap drag, I encourage you to just leave that off. But the touchpad acceleration, all these are good settings to have.